Hello and welcome to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. I am Craig Forrestall. I am That Sports Guy. Go ahead and find me on Twitter at that_sports_guy, where you can find all of my latest football takes. Also, NFLDraftDiamonds.com is proud to feature the That Sports Guy podcast on its website. Stop by NFLDraftDiamonds.com, your official draft coverage king. Hello and welcome to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast on NFLDraftDiamonds.com. Also today we have with us Robert Rochell, defensive back from Central Arkansas. But before we get into it, I am Craig Forrestall. You know me from Twitter as at that_sports_guy. But like I said, we have Robert Rochell with us today, and that is the man who has all of our attention. Robert, how we doing today?
What's up, man? I'm doing great. Glad you're having me.
Hey, I'm just happy to be talking to you, man. It's been kind of a weird year for you with the huge skyrocket all the way up on the NFL draft boards, and then getting hit with the coronavirus and things kind of falling apart. But before we get into all that, I gotta know, man, Shreveport, Louisiana, that's home. What's home like?
Yeah, it's home. Home is always good, but sometimes home ain't always good for you. It's real dangerous here. It's real bad. So when I am there, I try to stay away, try to stay out the way, but it's still home,
I hear you. Got to take the good with the bad. It's what shapes us. Now, coming out of Shreveport, there's a whole bunch of athletes that are doing things now that have done things in the past, but I want to go through some of the athletic things that I've seen you do on social media, and I just wanted to go through and figure out how you even come up with this. The first thing I got to know is I saw a video where you were in a parking lot and you just went straight up from the parking lot onto the top of a pickup truck.
Yeah. I know what video you're talking about.
Like,
the quarterback of my team, Central Arkansas, we was just out there and he just asked me, "Can I do it?" And I did it. It was just like instantaneous type. Like we really didn't plan it. And just something that I did.
And then is that what set the inspiration? Because then there was another video where you were like seated or laying flat on the bench, and then you just turned that into a box jump. It was like a seated box jump. Like, where do you come up with these explosion type drills and exercises?
The video with me sitting down and being seated and jumping on top of the tall box jump, that was actually during a workout at UCA. We do a lot of box jumps, a lot of vertical things. So that's where that came from. That was actually the first video. Then I followed with the one jumping on the truck. So that's where it came from.
And now, have you always been able to get up like that, or is it just a testament to the program at Central Arkansas?
I say it's both. Testament to the program and a little bit of me. I came in being able to jump, but being in UCA's program and working consistently that week in and week out, it definitely strengthened my legs and my jumping ability.
And now with that, not only can you jump, but you can run. I read somewhere online that when you were in high school, you went to an LSU summer camp and you ran in the 4.3s. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And then also you posted a 100-meter time, which was third best in the state of Louisiana at 10.8.
Yep. That was like my sophomore year of high school.
So now it's easy to see why NFL scouts and teams want to learn more about you, because athletically there are not a whole lot of people that can do what you do. Now, Robert, would you say that you were an athlete that learned how to play football, or would you say that you were a football player first, and as you went along, you learned how to use that athletic ability to your advantage?
I would say I was an athlete that learned how to play football.
And now,
because I was a big track guy.
I was just about to ask that. So when was that changeover, when you went from being a big track guy to focusing on football?
Probably like my junior year of high school. I had ended up getting hurt, so I didn't run that following track season. So I missed that year, and then I just played football again. And then when I started getting the offers in football, I just stuck with football.
And now, going back to high school, I read somewhere that you have a really strong work ethic, and one of your coaches could not recall you ever missing a workout in high school. Where does that determination and work ethic come from?
I definitely give it all to my mother. Strong, independent woman. I watch her every day, still till this day. Work like there's no tomorrow. So I owe it all to her. At the end of the day, she do it for me, so I can do it for her.
And now you said when the offers started coming in your senior year for football, was that the moment when you thought I might be able to do something here with this football opportunity, or did you have a moment earlier on where you knew that you might have the abilities to play at the next level?
It's every kid's dream watching football growing up. They think they can go to the next level, but you start facing reality as you get closer and closer to your high school career ending. So I wasn't getting any early on, but then coaches start sending me letters and all these things, and then I'm like, okay, I really can see myself doing this, and then that's when I just said, okay, I'm finna do it. But I always took it serious though.
And I wanted to ask you something about the coming up this season. The school website has you listed about 20 pounds heavier compared to last season. Just how did you add the size, and how does your body feel being bigger at this point, getting ready for the upcoming season?
Oh man, I had to just change how I was eating, sleeping, just my daily routine. I've been picking up weight pretty fast. I'm still maintaining though. My body feels great. I feel bigger. I feel stronger. I feel I can do a lot more. Being small, it just make you move faster. But with a little strength and a little weight, now you take it to a whole different ball game with speed involved.
And now I want to ask you about Coach Nathan Brown. In his second season last year, you guys made the playoffs, had a heartbreaking loss to Illinois State. But I just wanted to ask, how long was it until you and the rest of the team got back in the gym and were putting in work towards next season?
Oh, it was almost immediately because we knew that we let it slip through our fingers. We wasn't supposed to be in that situation, sitting at home. So we was hungry, getting after it, ready for next season because we're gonna come back with the same mindset and the same goals. We're doing it. We're trying to do the same thing. Conference championship, following it with a national championship. So we just sticking to the plan that Coach Brown gives us every day. He's a father figure to all of us, so we all look up to him and listen to him, and we just take his word and go. So whenever he say go, we go.
And you said that he's created, that father-like atmosphere and figure for everyone around in the program. But what else has Coach Brown done to create an environment at Central Arkansas for you guys to really jumpstart this thing in?
He just gives the team a voice. Like he doesn't like be all commanding and controlling everything. He give us a voice. He lets us speak how we feel and be open about it in a room full of everybody. So he just makes it a warming and open environment around everybody, so everybody feels like they're needed and welcome.
And now the preseason polls, they have you and the squad ranked pretty high. Do you pay attention to those rankings? Do they mean anything to you? Or if you do see them, is that where you expect the team to be situated going into the season?
I feel like we should be number one. So I don't pay a lot of attention to it because at the end of the day, we still got to go out there and show up, show what we work in, put in days in work every Saturday night. We got to go out there and put in what we showing. I mean, what we doing. So I don't really pay that much attention to it because it's all about action.
And you have 10 career interceptions. 9 of those interceptions have come over the last 2 seasons. Now, when people hear that, they might mistake you for just a cover guy or a cover corner. Maybe if you could just talk about your game and how complete it is.
Yeah. Talk about the interceptions. I had through college I've had 2 or 3 cornerback coaches. So with having good coaches different coaches can be good and bad. So just having different coaches, the good is them showing me different ways to play the game, different techniques, different strategies, different ideas. So taking it with my game, the coaches have gave me different things to add and be able to use to advantage over people that most people wouldn't use or think about. So I always use that to my advantage. So there's probably one way that complements my game well, different coaches to show me new things. So I would definitely say that.
And then, Robert, have you focused on one specific area of your game this offseason, something that you're really trying to improve?
Oh yes, most definitely. Just my work at the line of scrimmage and when the ball is not coming to me. Well, what do I do when the ball is not coming to me? Because I know they're going to be watching. I know they're trying to see my reaction. Am I following the ball? Am I chasing the ball? Am I an effort player? Do I put it out on the line every play? So just those type of things, just changing my mindset mentally, type deal.
And that's actually kind of leading into something I wanted to ask you about. Jim Nagy, the executive director of the Senior Bowl, tweeted something about you the other day, and it said that I'm going to read it to you exactly. It says, "Who will be this year's Duggar or Chin? Central Arkansas cornerback Robert Rochell definitely has NFL talent, but he needs to play with more consistent urgency. If he brings it like he did versus Western Kentucky, he'll have a good shot at a 2021 Senior Bowl invite." Now, what does it mean when you hear the executive director of the Senior Bowl compliment your game and say that you have the NFL talent? And then in the same hand, what does it mean when he's right there saying, this is what I and other evaluators would like to see from you with the upcoming season?
I mean, I definitely say thank you. I thank you for just first off realizing my great talent that God blessed me with, and then I say thank you again for letting me know what I need to work on. So that's why I definitely took that into consideration because it definitely plays a big factor. So I just gonna move with more urgency as he said I should, and go from there.
And you played all over the field in high school. You did not have a true position. And that true position didn't come until you got to college where you became a full-time cornerback. You've already grown tremendously, but how much more can you grow and just how scary good could you be?
I ask myself that all the time because I really don't feel like I'm close to my peak. I feel like it's something. I always feel like it's something that I can get better. I always try to challenge myself in different ways. That's really where all the box jumps and high box jumps coming from because I don't feel like it's a limit. Like I feel like that bar that I set on myself. So I always challenge myself day in and day out to do and be better than the next day because I know it's somebody out there working just as hard. So just challenging myself always.
And Robert, we spent a lot of time talking ball and getting to know you as a member of the Central Arkansas program. But I want to take a step back and I want to get to know you off the field a little bit. And the first question is always the toughest. What is the song you're embarrassed to admit you like?
My favorite song I play, Old Dominican One Man Band.
Really?
Yes.
That's the favorite song. What's it get you going? It gets the emotions going. Take me through
It
why that's
just
your favorite song.
it's just a nice upbeat, fast tempo song. It's just a nice vibe. I just like it. I don't know. I really don't know.
And then what's the dream car?
Mm. Escalade truck.
And then anything custom on the interior, anything like that, or you just want it as it comes?
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be stock Escalade, stock rims, stock everything. Probably just a brown leather inside or something like that, but definitely stock truck.
And what's been the most interesting class or most memorable class that you've taken in college?
Definitely was my one of my last major classes I had to take. It was a casing campaign. I worked for a hospital and I was writing a campaign for them to be able to reach the media and the public to try to build a clientele with the hospital and make sure that their volume and speed is increased. So definitely was working for the hospital in Conway.
Oh wow, yeah. That sounds way more complicated than anything I could do. So more props to you for handling that. And then what's the best restaurant near campus?
Don Pepe's for sure.
And then what do I need to order from there?
You can get you a CCR, you can get you a burrito. It's a Mexican place, so it's nice. It's definitely nice. You get to make your own bowl, everything.
All right, and then Robert, if you won $1 million, but you could only donate it to one charity or one cause, what would it be?
Lung cancer. Just some type of cancer treatment or something dealing with cancer, just around cancer. I know I've lost a lot of people to cancer and see a lot of people going down. due to cancer. So definitely cancer research. I put it all in cancer research.
That's a phenomenal cause. Thank you for that, Robert. And before I let you go and before we get out of here, I got to know, what's that one thing that we need to be on the lookout for from the Central Arkansas football program this year?
Our hunger. We feel like we the best team in the nation. We're coming with a full head of steam, and we're not going to let up. So just letting tell everybody to be prepared.
You heard it here first. Be prepared for Central Arkansas. They're coming. They're hungry. For Robert Rochell, I'm Craig Forrestall. Until next time, stay safe and be easy.
Hey everybody, Craig Forrestall. Thanks for tuning in and listening to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at @that_sports_guy to catch all the latest updates and podcast episodes. Until next time, stay safe and be easy.